So marketing is changing, and there's nothing that you can do, and there's nothing that I can do to stop this change. And in today's video, I want to give you a very simple concept, a very simple action item to help your business navigate through the season of intense change in marketing and business. But before we dive in, if we haven't met yet, my name's Scott Redgate. I'm an online marketing coach, and I've been in digital marketing since 2010. And the purpose of this channel is to help you make more and spend less in your online marketing. And to help you do that, I have a free gift for you. It's my 7-day online marketing jumpstart doc. You can get it at scottredgate.com/jumpstart, and I'll leave a link in the description below. All right, so what's happening out there? Well, what I want to focus on today is Google's new AI overview experience and what you can do to help offset some of the losses that you might see if your business is subject to a lot of these AI overview answers. In 2023, Google announced and released, but to just a test group, their SGE experience, which is their search generative experience. So what is SGE? SGE is essentially AI answers baked into the search results. So for the users that opted in, if you would do a particular search, you wouldn't necessarily be greeted with the standard organic and paid results that you saw in the past. What you could potentially see is an AI answer that started to expand that attempted to answer your question right there fully in the Google search results. Now, the problem with these AI overviews, one of the main problems is they're not always right. So there's definitely a quality control issue with the AI answers. These AI overviews are a major disruption to how Google search has worked over the past couple of decades. Here's what I mean. There's been this natural harmony where website owners create great content, and Google refers traffic to these website owners. And obviously Google makes their money through Google ads. And so there's a lot of users using Google. And so that allows Google to have more market share for their advertising product. And then even on some of these websites that receive organic traffic from Google, they run Google AdSense ads. And so Google's able to make money on some of those websites by those publishers actually featuring Google AdSense on their websites. And so the harmony is Google refers traffic, Google gets market share of people doing the searches. It helps them on the standard ad side, and it also helps them on the display ad side, especially when those websites are running Google AdSense. So you can see this harmony here. But when the AI overview experience especially first launched, that was halted. And the reason why is because if users are getting a full answer, what they believe is an accurate answer right there in the search results, why do they need to click through to actually see other content on it? There's no need. They feel like they have the full answer so they can get on their way. And so there's a lot of people in the SEO industry, and we've talked about it on this channel, that are absolutely furious, where they feel that over the past couple of decades, website owners have been creating this content and working hard. And yes, they've been receiving the benefit of receiving this referral traffic from Google. But now Google and their AI has essentially scanned and learned everything about the content that these websites have. And now are just going out and answering everything right there in search. So this is a major disruption, obviously, and there's nothing that we can do about it. Now, I've seen reports that it's less than 1% of the organic search results are receiving this AI overview experience. I don't have any data on that says it's 1% or it's 10% or it's 20%. But something that you have to do is absolutely vital. You need to look at the trend line of referral organic traffic from Google and see if you're starting to see a decline so that you can start to piece the puzzle together and identify if you're in a space that Google is leaning towards or providing more of these AI answers directly in search. Because if they are, that's going to be a major disruption. You can't forecast, especially if you're doing budgeting for your business, and say, oh, we're going to make $1 million from organic search. But if all of a sudden you received a 25% haircut in organic traffic, that is super vital, important information for you to know, not just for the present day, but for the future. Okay, so what can you do? Well, I've said on this channel that you have to, it is a necessity. It's no longer an option. You have to lean into video content. And one of the main reasons for that is because video creates a barrier to entry, because not everyone's going to go out there and turn on their camera and be able to speak with confidence about whatever topic they are covering. And you might not know this, but Google actually owns YouTube. And YouTube is one of the most used search engines on the internet. And so at this moment, it is a medium where there's a barrier to entry. People might be afraid to get on camera, and it's still a source of traffic where people desire to watch video content. So it doesn't matter if people are using AI to create hundreds and thousands of blog posts about every single topic and idea in your niche. Video, it takes a little bit more time. And something else that Google's really been big on over the past couple of years is EEAT, which stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Google, in the organic search results, wants to reward those businesses that provide helpful content, are experts in their space, have experience, and are showing their authoritativeness and their trustworthiness with the material that they create. And video is a crucial component of that. It can be a separator between you and your competition. And so when I say it's essential to lean into video, that's the reason why. Because people will always want to consume content through video. There's not going to be a complete shift overnight where people don't want to watch video content and they just want to read the AI snippets for it. No, people want to be entertained. People want to be educated. And video is a great channel for you to be able to communicate your message with that in mind. But I've done a disservice on this channel. I've talked about leaning into video, but I haven't given you some hows behind it. Because 2 years ago, I started my YouTube journey, and it was a whirlwind to understand video editing and lighting and camera. And not to say that I've arrived, because I still have a long way to go. And so I want to share some actionable steps that you can take if you're considering getting started with creating videos. And it boils down to 3 things outside of the quality content that you're going to produce. The 3 things are lighting, your audio, and then how do you even go about editing your videos? So let's start with that last point. How do you actually edit your videos? So I used to be a Google fanboy, and so all of my products were Google. And so I actually didn't even own a true laptop. I owned a Chromebook, which are severely limited with the types of programs and applications that you can actually install. And so when I was starting my YouTube channel, I didn't want to move away. I didn't want to go and buy an expensive Mac. I wanted to use what I already had. I wanted to be able to edit videos on my Chromebook. And so when I first got started, there was a website that I discovered called WeVideo, which is a cloud-based video editor. Now, this is not a full commercial for WeVideo. However, I'll include a link in the description below. And if you do sign up, I'll get a small percentage of that. But WeVideo is great to use as you're getting started, especially if you're not ready to invest in an expensive Mac or PC. So even with the crappiest of Chromebooks, you can use WeVideo because all of the editing is not actually done on your physical machine. It's done in the cloud. So that's one of the major advantages to WeVideo. It doesn't matter what type of computer, it doesn't matter what type of Chromebook, whatever you have, you can still edit videos and have a really good output as a result. And another advantage to WeVideo is I've messed around with a lot of video editors. I'm currently using Filmora because I did invest in a MacBook Pro after I've been doing this for a while. But WeVideo, in my opinion, is one of the easiest video editors to use. So after you're done watching this video, if that's of interest for you, you can go on YouTube, and I would say that within 30 minutes, you would understand the fundamentals for how you can upload footage and audio to WeVideo, be able to edit it, and then have an output that actually looks professional. All that's to say, you don't need an expensive computer. You don't need to invest thousands and thousands of dollars, especially if you just want to try video out for a while. You could use the equipment that you have today, sign up with a cloud-based video editor like WeVideo, watch 30 minutes to an hour of training videos, and then have the confidence to actually be able to create professional videos yourself. And I think that's a big hurdle when I say lean into video, where people don't have any idea, how do I even start? Well, that's how you start. That's how I created the first 50 videos on this channel. And since that time, I have invested in a little bit more equipment to make my life a little bit easier, but that is a great way to start. So I will leave a link in the description to WeVideo. There's other cloud-based video editors out there that do a solid job as well. I just have the experience with WeVideo. Okay, so that's the first thing. You don't need to be scared about video editing and having a next level skill set to be able to create professional videos. The next important factor is lighting. And again, this is not to say that I have the best lighting of any YouTube channel out there, but something that's important, even if you're not looking for it, is that people can actually see you. Okay. And so if in your apartment or in your house or wherever you live, let's say you have a big window, you could create a little YouTube setup right in front of that window and have it look extremely professional and have it look really good. But if you don't, there's lighting kits on Amazon that range from $40 to $70 that you can set up in any location, even in the darkest spots of your house, and be able to have great lighting. So for me with my setup, I have 2 lights in front. Sometimes I'll have both of them on. Sometimes I'll only have one of them on. And then I'll have 1 light behind me to add a little depth. And that's it. We're talking about spending $80 max on lighting from Amazon, and then you can check that box. And then the final thing that I want to talk about is audio. And I see a lot of people make this mistake. I would highly recommend using your iPhone or using your Android to capture video, but I would not recommend using the microphone on your cell phone. And so you can purchase a lav mic on Amazon for $20, or you can be like me. I invested in this Blue Yeti microphone that I paid $100 for when it was on sale, and use that as the audio, because users will be able to hear you a lot more clearly versus if you're using the microphone on your cell phone. And so I am by no means a video expert, but if you've watched some of my earlier videos, hopefully I've gotten a little bit better each and every time. But the only way you're gonna get better is if you start putting the reps in. When I started out, I did way too much research on equipment and microphones and cameras and video editors. And at the end of the day, I had that epiphany, I had that realization that it's not that hard. You can use a cloud-based video editor like WeVideo. You can have a basic lav mic for $20 on Amazon. You can buy some lights off of Amazon for $40. And now you are able to create professional videos for an all-in cost of under $100. And so while organic traffic as we know it might start to decline a little bit, there is going to be opportunities across lots of other sources of traffic, whether that's email or, as we talked about in this video, video. But now is the time to do it. And if you have any more questions, I'll leave a link in the description below for how you can reach out to me directly. But I hope this video was helpful, not from I've arrived and my YouTube channel is next level quality. I guess the main takeaway from this video is that your business has to lean into video, but it's not as scary or expensive as you think. I was able to start this channel on a Chromebook with some basic lighting from Amazon and a basic microphone. Watching some of my earlier videos is brutal for me. It looked like it was a mugshot, but I've gotten a little bit better and it gets a little bit easier over time. And the best way for you to improve is to start getting those reps in. So if you have any questions, I'll leave a link to contact me in the description below. Hope you have a great day and we'll talk soon.